You're in the nude. You're in the nude from the waist down. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. I've never cooked a cow's tongue.
Oh my God, it's
but
first. You have to do it. You
I
have to
think,
do it.
yeah. But would you do it now after seeing those lovely cows in the field? Would you not go
I
back
know.
vegetarian after that? So tragic.
No.
It's so tragic. It is one of the most iconic buildings in Dublin. Right, let's do this.
Hello, you gorgeous people. Welcome to Let's Do This, the Arthur and Donal podcast. Happy Thursday. It's nice and early actually today when we're recording, and we still are not together. We are doing in our homes because Mr. Donal's skin it got busy. Did I say
Yeah.
busy?
You
Schedule.
said busy. Yeah, no, we're remotely recording, and we're very excited to do so because I have a manic weekend. We're at the Ideal Homes exhibition, and I mean this will go out on Thursday, obviously, but we have had to pre-record this because this week, as you are listening to this, I'm currently in Italy, and we're filming
Whoa.
for a brand new TV show for RTE called Donal's Italian Kitchen. So very excited about that.
Stupid question. Is this
Yeah.
mean it's all going to be Italian food, right? So
All
it's
going to be Italian food.
recipes.
Yeah, and it's
Oh,
we're calling it the apology tour of Italy because I've had so many crimes against Italian food over the years that this is
oh,
the
I
one that
can't
I'm going to
wait.
be like making
I
sure it's all correct. No upset Italians. That's the aim for this show.
You know what? There is always going to be something that you're going to upset them. So I can't wait for the old Italian to come for you. I'm going to sit tight, eat my popcorn, and watch the YouTube and RTE shows. I love this.
I
Did you
know,
not
but
sit?
that's enough about me. You have had a very, very interesting week so far. Can you fill me in on what the heck the cow? Why were you in a field with cows?
For the first time ever, I've been licked by a cow.
What was
Have you
that
ever
all about?
been
So
licked
I was
by?
on. No, I've never been licked by a cow. But I did pop onto my Instagram last night after a busy day, and saw you being. So why? Firstly, why were you in the middle of a field?
Well, because we were actually shooting something, me and Brian were working, we're actually shooting, and we had to shoot with a little, they were girl cows, and we're doing the shoot, we're doing the pictures, and then they start licking us. I never realized how thick and strong a lick of a cow is, and also how the tongue was like when they were coming from, it's like a fist like hitting you. It was so
Really?
strong. I swear to God. And then start eating my hair, start licking my face, and then start licking Brian's back. But because it was so strong, Brian said, it's like having a massage. As it was actually in Airfield Estate, which is beautiful. Have you
Ah,
ever been?
I
Oh
have been.
my God.
Airfield Estate is beautiful, and they've done
It's
gorgeous
stunning.
things. They're
And it's
growing
not
their own
far from us.
vegetables. They're
Yeah.
growing, lots of edible foods, and they also have a great farmers market. But yeah, so you were there.
Correct.
Was it just for the photo shoot, or was it for Airfield?
No, it was just for the photo shoot, and then also we were doing that, but also it's very organic. So no, we were doing it, but I was like, "There's first for everything." Honestly, Nadia, do you actually question? Do you cook cow's tongue?
Yeah.
Do people eat cow's tongue?
You can absolutely eat tongue, and probably one of the more popular offal cuts from beef is the lining of the stomach. Tripe. Tripe. Have you heard of tripe?
Never.
Yeah,
What?
so tripe
Tribe?
the lining of your stomach. I went to an amazing restaurant recently called Assassination Custard, and they served pickled tripe, and it was absolutely delicious. I'm a huge offal fan, so yeah, I'll be honest with you though, I have never cooked a cow's tongue,
Oh my God,
but
it's first. You have to do it. You
I
have to
think
do it.
yeah. But would you do it now after seeing those lovely cows in the field? Would you not go
I
back
know.
vegetarian after that?
Do you know what I said to everybody? I blamed you. I said, "Oh my God, I remember for 13 years I was vegetarian, and then Donald's skin changed my life again when I came to Ireland." But I was telling about the lovely sausages that you cooked
Oh
because they were
yeah.
so big and juicy. And when I smelled them, I was like, "Oh my God, I need to have the hot dog." Yeah,
Why do you have to make that just so sensual?
but
You've
it's
really turned me off my breakfast
no,
now.
no, 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 don't come for me. You're the twisted one. You're thinking that there were sausages that were big and they
Yep.
smelled amazing, and you did a hot dog. So
Well,
what's
they weren't my sausages. They were Rick
no?
Higgins sausages from the
That's
butchers
right.
in Sutton.
I was trying to remember which sausages they were, and I was saying, "Oh my God, apparently there's a very popular sausage here in Ireland."
Yeah.
And yeah, so
So
yeah.
so you're a fan of Rick's sausage. I'll let him know when I'm in the butcher's next, okay? But I think
Oh,
Airfield have dairy cows rather than cows for eating.
yes.
So um,
Also, do you know what they do? I'm gonna go back to do that, and they are.
Milking.
milking cows. The
Yeah.
kids actually can go and milk cows, and I saw the cows with like lots of milk hanging there, and I
Yeah.
really want actually to experience. I never milk a cow. Have you? You surely you milk cow?
I have milked a cow. I actually so there's a place down in Killarney called Muckross Traditional Farms, and it's in Killarney National Park. And you like that you can kind of go
Ye-
down and have experiences. They have loads of these old style Irish you have to bring the girls. Old style Irish cottages dotted around this beautiful estate. Today you can kind of go on a tour and you'll go into the different houses. They have the fire lit like an old school sort of Irish, the way Irish houses used to be,
Yeah.
where the fireplace was the center of the home. All the cooking was done at the fireplace, and so they'd be baking bread, they'd be doing all sorts of things. But you
Oh.
can also not only milk the cows in Muck's traditional farms, but you can go and make butter with the lovely Bannon teas, the ladies. And I
Oh.
actually made, not only did I make butter and milk a cow, I also made blood sausage, so like drisheen. So basically, it's like this
Okay.
blood, like a black pudding, black pudding.
Black pudding. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never knew
So
that was a blood when I was eating black pudding. I never realized it was blood. When I
did you
discovered, I was
not?
like, do I have to carry on eating? But then I like black pudding. Yes. I have to say also, they also had a vending machine getting eggs. I was like, how
Oh,
modern are we? Vending
oh,
machine to get your organic eggs.
oh! I
How
love
cool is
that. Now,
that?
you see,
Yeah.
the south side of Dublin has everything. It really is much for. It's just fancy. It's fancy.
But also
But
it's
yeah,
amazing because it's in the middle of city. Like when we
yeah,
were there, I would have think we were in Kerry or whatever. It's actually in the middle of city, and I'm gonna take the girls there back because it was so beautiful, especially when the weather's amazing. And this is
yeah.
why I say to you, I always say, keep repeating, I love discovering new places. We had a great time, and then also getting licked for the first time with a cow by the cow.
Uh, and you're still not going to tell us why you were shooting in a field.
No.
Fine, fine, fine. Now, big in the news this week is the fact that a Dublin work syndicate has won €63,000, which in the grand scheme of things is a smallish amount compared to like the big wins of like over €1 million and upwards that you kind of
Wow.
expect. But it's like front page of the Sun newspaper, and it's a syndicate of 19 people. So they've won about 3K each. But can I tell you that there is just support for them, and they are all celebrating as if they've won 1 million, and I absolutely am here for it. I think if you're like any little win in this time, in these darker days, little wins are absolutely where it's at. I mean, they are on the front page of the Sun newspaper. And they are like
But
the
that's
champagne's
amazing.
going, they're going wild. It's absolutely huge.
Listen, that's amazing because imagine how many people daily playing any sort of games and then never in their entire life winning anything. I think it's just like rewarding. After all this time, they're probably playing how long? And then they're winning something. It's still €3,000. It's a lot of money. Still
Oh,
for some.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying that
No,
like
no, no, I know.
when you hear that you've won the Euro Millions, you think, okay, that's me sorted
That's
now.
it.
I've got I've got
Life.
the mortgage paid off, I've got the house, I've got everything. But the
That's
three
true.
million. So look, my question to you is if you won the Euro Millions and you won €3,000, what would you be doing with €3,000 tomorrow?
Oh, do you know what? I go on holiday. I'll
Yeah.
take the family go on holiday straight away because I just love adventures as I mentioned earlier. I will literally go on holiday because
Yeah.
still it's money. You book your flight. To be honest with you, you can actually sometimes go cheaper, go to somewhere else, see something than just like stay home and spending for a dinner. You spend more money going out now for dinner than just go see Italy or France or Spain. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So definitely
Yeah.
we'll flight go somewhere with family, stay in a nice hotel, not bougie. I couldn't care
Not
about
bougie.
bougie hotels. No, just like a normal hotel and just experience, explore the city somewhere nice. Actually,
Well,
yeah, that's how we'll do straight away. What would you do with a 3,000 if you win
I would do
tomorrow?
exactly the same. I would
You see?
honestly just a quick, nice little break would be fabulous. Maybe a little something nice on the side, but yeah, you'd have to budget. You'd have to make you're
You
sure you have
have
a
to, but
budget.
yeah, but
Uh,
again, like if you remember, you've been to Thailand and I've been to Thailand. I will never forget when I went to Thailand for the first time in 2012. It was so cheap. I remember I was having the most amazing food for €1.50. I was
yes.
absolutely
Yes.
shocked. And we stayed in these beautiful bungalows in Koh Phuket, Koh Samui. Sorry, Koh Samui. I was like, oh my goodness gracious. Sometimes if you actually get the right location, the prices are just incredible. Don't even think fancy. Think like a great space, great food, and great location, and then budget yourself is the best thing ever. So you
So
see,
you'd get
anything is
yourself
possible.
you'd get yourself over to Thailand, and then you'd live like a king.
Oh my god, Thailand is just incredible. Yeah, guys, if you haven't been to Thailand, try to experience. It's one of the best places I've been.
Well, I will say it's going to be harder to experience those because Ryanair, Aer Lingus, Emirates, Qatar, they're all talking about the fact that there is going
Oh,
to be major flight cuts this week, this summer because of all of what's going on, the fuel crisis. So yeah, I think the summer is going to be a bit tricky in terms of travel. Everyone's talking about the fact that like there's going to be maybe a little bit more holidaying at home rather than going off abroad because you don't
do you
want to
know what?
face that uncertainty.
There's nothing wrong with it. I love that. Actually, staycation, it's a big thing. As we know,
Yeah,
since lockdown, everybody did lots of staycation. So I think why not? If the flight cancel, we're not going to be upset. Let's go somewhere else. But then
yeah.
the question is, if your flight canceled, do you get your money back? That's the question.
Ooh, I
Yeah, you see,
think
I
you'd
need to
have to
find that
check your
out.
carrier. You'd have to check your carrier, Arthur.
You
I don't
check.
have all the details here.
Well,
I
if you're
only read
starting
the
a topic,
headlines.
you better get your research and doing right work.
I only read the headlines. But no, I mean, I presume like like Aer Lingus is set to remove 500 flights, so like there is going to be a reduction of numbers going through the airport. But I think it's a plus because in essence, we're now going to have more people staying in Ireland who are going to want to go on beautiful holidays. And Ireland is phenomenal for the holidays. So like we
Absolutely.
saw it even after lockdown. We did that first I did that TV show called Donal's Irish Adventure, and because
Yes.
of that, we basically got an opportunity to travel within Ireland and go to all these fabulous places like Pax House in Dingle, which was phenomenal. Where else did I stay? Oh my god, I've forgotten. Loads of places in gorgeous County Cork. But yeah, that's the beauty of it is that like
But
when we are forced to, we actually realize that there's phenomenal places to visit within Ireland.
absolutely. Do you know what, finally, now that you're talking about staycation, this is what I want to explain. Do you know these places? I saw somebody posted the places you actually drive through, and it's absolutely incredible. It's like a breathtaking. So the first place is Copper Coast. Have you heard of
Oh,
it?
yes, I think I have
Copper
on Google.
Coast. Oh my God. It's like a movie set. And then
Okay.
there's a Moles Gap. Have you heard
Mulscap.
of
Yeah,
Moles
yeah,
Gap?
yeah.
Okay. Dullaho Valley.
Du- this is
Dullaho.
this is
How
only
do
going to
you
be entertaining just to hear you pronouncing
no,
these places. What?
it's
Dullahoo.
Du Doolough Valley.
Dullahoo. Oh,
Doolough Valley.
yeah, it sounds
It's
about right.
stunning.
Haven't heard of it.
Another one, Causeway Coastal Route.
Causeway
Causeway
Coastal
Coastal
Route. Yeah.
Route. Oh my God. Fund Drive. Fund, Fand Drive.
Fand
Have you
Drive. Okay. Yeah.
no?
No,
Ring
don't know
of
what.
Kerry.
Ah,
Ring of
Jesus.
Kerry.
Yeah. Of
I heard
course.
of Ring of Kerry, but I never been. And when I saw the pictures, I was like, "Oh my god, this is breathtaking." So
Do
yeah,
you
you
know
see,
what
it's
they
just
do what they do in the Ring of Kerry, which is one of the best tourist experiences you can have, is go and watch and learn how to sheepdog, how to
stop.
use a sheepdog to corral sheep and bring them down the mountains. And they do it across the west coast of Ireland, and there's a few different spots, but it is one of the best experiences you will ever see. We filmed it, and I brought Max, and Max obviously is part sheepdog, so we expected him to kind
Yes.
of perform, give us
Yes.
a bit of energy, but
How
no,
was he?
he sat down while these like sheepdogs probably twice his size because he does have short legs were like leaping up the mountains. Like you'd see them, like they'd go from beside standing beside you to up the very top of a mountain in seconds, and they were able, like, with just a call like come by, they would have the sheep and the dog back down in like
You know,
literally
in
a
Armenia,
minute.
sheepdogs are massive. You know, in Armenia, when I was actually growing up in the mountains, you will have the outfit. It was so fashionable. So then,
Yeah.
what do you call the sheep man? No, the sheep, the person who does the sheeps with a big cane. What do you
Shepherd.
call it? Shepherd. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you will have the shepherd with the big cane. He used to have this massive coat with the shoulder pads and a massive hat. And they used to go around with the sheep it's like a Santa Claus, but where it comes of different clothes. And you have the sheepdog running around. You have to Google the picture. It's absolutely insane. This massive black coat, but with the shoulder pads and a massive hat. It was absolutely beautiful. And a shepherd is very famous in Armenia. They used to go in the mountains with all the sheep. I have this image in my head I will never forget. It was incredible. And I used to say, oh my God, when I grow up, not if, when I grow up, I want to have that coat with a shoulder beautiful, like a massive, it was incredible. Yeah, so I kind of grew up watching the sheepdogs because lots of sheep in Armenia. So
Of
yeah, they used
course,
to do all
of
that.
course. But,
Yeah.
yeah, I would love to see you in a shepherd's outfit, an Armenian shepherd's outfit. I
Do you
think
know,
that
I might
if we
get one.
if we finally end up going to Armenia together, we're definitely getting you sheepdogging,
Not
shepherding,
if.
whatever.
When we go to Armenia, I'm
Yeah.
saying here first, I have to make my dream come true. I need to get the old school shepherd outfit. Oh my
Um,
God.
I will say one of the highlights. So we did one or two staycations last year, and one of the highlight experiences was the Clifton Eco Camp in
I've
Connemara,
never
and it
been.
was absolutely stunning. You can camp, you can bring a camper van, you can tent it if you like, but we got the view over this spectacular little bay, and it was unbelievably stunning. And I do love Connemara. If you haven't been to Connemara, absolutely gorgeous. And my top tip for anyone staycationing: get yourself located close to a ferry that brings you to one of the islands, like
Oh, I
Inishbofin
like that.
or Inishman, or even up north, near Donegal. I haven't done the islands up there, but
Oh,
there's
I've never been
something
to Donegal.
special. There's something really special about going onto an island, and when it's spectacular weather, it's like being in another world. It really is. And we've had different experiences. Now, I say that biased because in Howth we have Ireland's Eye, and I spent many years fishing off the back of Ireland's Eye, going out and having a barbecue on the beach there. It's again, and you can do that. There's a one operator called Howth Cliff Cruises, who are the one of the only operators who can actually land on the island, and that is like my childhood was on Ireland's Eye, and when you get on an island in Ireland, there is nothing like it. So that's my aim for you this summer, is to get you on an island.
What I'm getting from this conversation, if your flight get canceled because you have holiday plans, well, we have holiday plans. We're going to Portugal because Brian's like a organization galore. He already organized January for our holidays in July. So I hope it's not going to be canceled. But guys, if it get canceled, let's all stay positive and then do staycations. Well, we get our money back from our from our flights, but then we still do staycations because again, there's so many amazing places to see, and I still want to experience. Like I said to you, I want to rent an RV and drive with you left, right, center, and go and experience all the places in Ireland that it's actually beautiful. Like those places I just named, I would love to drive and see it. It's just breathtaking. It's
It
it's like
is,
a
and it is
postcard.
like
It
the
doesn't look
minute you
real.
the minute you come off the motorway, and then you kind of start going in the back roads, and then you get in past the towns, and then you start
Oh,
going out on the rural roads. It is just spectacular. The minute you hit a speed bump of the fact that the sheep are crossing the road, or there's a cow coming down the road with a farmer, like that is
welcome to
Ireland. That is
Ireland.
brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. So yeah,
Listen, you
no,
don't
look,
have to go far for that. You go
I
to
do
Rotterdam, the
feel
ships are crossing, the cows are crossing. It's free for all. You don't have to go. You don't have to go far for that.
that is true. That is true. But I do feel, based on your past history with travel, that I feel like that holiday you have booked in August.
Don't don't jinx it. Don't ski it. We are going to Portugal. I'm gonna stay positive. Do not do
I'm
not
just
jinx
saying
it.
it'll make great content when you end up in an airport with two children and your
Don't.
husband absolutely furious.
No,
So look, I'm just saying it'll make great content. So listen,
no,
and then
but
you get instead of your beautiful Spanish holiday,
it's
you'll
actually
end up on an
Portuguese
island.
holiday.
Oh, sorry. Instead of
Portuguese.
your beautiful
Oh my God, your
Portuguese holiday,
geography.
you will end up on an island in Ireland, and I like that for you.
And guess what? I'll be absolutely happy milking the cows.
The Stephen's Green Shopping Centre has got the
Oh,
go ahead from the County Council to basically rebuild it completely and modernise the whole thing. And it's so tragic.
no.
It's so tragic. It is one of the most iconic buildings in Dublin. And it was built, I think, my dad. So you know it as you know it because you've only been here for a couple of years, but my dad was telling me that it used to be known as the Dandelion Market, and so it used to have
No.
this place where like you'd go in and buy vintage clothes, you'd buy all sorts of different things. So it was known as the Dandelion Market, and then it became St. Stephen's Green. But when they built this kind of beautiful, I want to, is it Art Deco? I don't know. It's a fabulous piece of architecture, and I walked through it literally only 2 or 3 nights ago, and I thought to myself, I didn't even know the news that it had got the go ahead,
Yeah.
but I thought like it's going to be such a loss. It's
It
so inherently embedded in Irish people's minds, or anyone who's like traveled up to to Dublin for your shopping on around Christmas. When you come down the escalators and the
oh my God,
beautiful
it's the
glass
clock.
building, it's
But you know what? Like
stunning.
you said, I haven't been here for a long time, but since I actually came here, I think my first time, not I think, my first time I came, it was in 2003 when I came to Ireland and we went to St. Stephen's Green. And I was like, oh my goodness gracious, this is absolutely beautiful. It's
I
very
know.
Victorian, very Francais, very like, it's like a, it's not very Art Deco. I feel like, do you think it's Art
Yeah,
Deco? It's
maybe
more,
maybe I got it wrong.
no, it's, I
Either
think,
way, it
more,
looks like it's straight
it's,
out of a Wes Anderson
but
movie.
this is
It's
why, listen,
perfectly.
is a structure. You know, like, oh, I'm all about moving with times. You know, I am very like move with times. Great, we have to move with the new generation. But there are things in life you should not touch. And me, I'm just gonna put my foot in. I am saying they should have never even started this debate. They should have never changed because this is such a legacy. Stevens Green building, it's so beautiful. Especially,
Yeah.
I remember the first time I walked Grafton Street and you coming there and you see the round, you know, the with the flowers and everything. It's so historical. Now it's probably gonna be like something squarey, something clean. It's gonna be so boring. I don't know why and who in their right mind decided let's change the building. There's so many other things you can build somewhere else. But why you touching the historical building? I am against it. But obviously it's gone through already. They're gonna start doing it. But I think it's shame. It's very sad. It's very very sad. They
Yeah, it
should
is
definitely
sad. I mean, look, it's like the chimneys as you come into Dublin Port. Equal like the Poolbeg chimneys are iconic. This Stephen's Green shopping centre feels like it's in the same world. But I mean,
totally
I would say that I'm reading here on Wikipedia, and it's saying that it was only built and opened in 1988. The centre in its final form was developed by James Toomey, 1986. It
it's not
had
long.
so it's not that long, but I think the whole thing is that it just feels like one of the kind of at the top of Grafton Street. It feels like this special place,
Agree.
and it feels like it has such personality. So it is sad to see it go.
Do
But
they show what kind of pictures it's gonna be looking like? Do you have pictures there in front of
I
you?
do. You're not gonna like it.
Oh,
So here you go. This is what it's looking like. This has just been. It's just got planning permission for this to be the replacement for Stephen's Green Shopping Centre.
no, I don't want to discuss this because actually upsetting because this is the history is gone, the beauty is gone. Like even they want to refresh it, right? Why don't you refresh inside, let's say, but keep the outside maybe just refresh a little bit. This is completely different building. This is completely different location. It's not going to be the same effect. I know the new generation they won't remember St. Stephen's Green. They will remember the new one, which is I think
Yeah.
it's very sad. I'm against it. All my friends who actually come from around the world, they go to St. Stephen's Green and they say, "Oh, one of the most beautiful buildings." Coming down the escalator, like I said, the clock, especially Christmas time, is so magical. It's
Yeah.
gonna be just one boring place. That's
It's so
it.
strange. I mean, yeah. Look, it's become iconic for any Irish person that if you go to Dublin, you do your shopping. That's one of those spots. But look, I mean, there is an element of rejuvenation. There's an element of moving things on, but then at the
I hear
same
you.
time, this
I
one of
hear.
all of them is
It's
iconic.
like
So I think,
saying, let's rejuvenate Eiffel Tower.
yeah.
Imagine you
I
rejuvenate.
think you might be stretching it there a little bit, Arthur. I don't know that Stephen's Green Shopping Centre is at the peak of
Well,
like.
no, wait. When you're in Ireland, you walk to the top of Grafton Street. That's the first thing you see on the right.
I
And then now
love that
you're gonna walk.
The French have the Eiffel Tower, the Irish have St. Stephen's Green Shopping Centre. Well, there'd be nothing too interesting to look at now. It looks like a very brown
Actually, you're Irish.
exterior.
What's the equivalent of Eiffel Tower in Ireland?
The spire.
The spire.
The Spire on O'Connell Street.
The
Funny
spire.
enough, I've been driving around Dublin quite a lot in the last couple of months, and yeah, I was driving down O'Connell Street the other day, and it is like it's an iconic area as well. Like the fact that there's the Spire, there's all those
It's
fantastic Jim
incredible. The
Larkin,
spire.
the GPO. Like it is a real centre of Irish history. But yeah, I mean, look, the city is changing, and like hopefully there is moments that it's for the better. But this one just feels a little bit like we're ripping the heart
I
out of
think it's
Dublin.
yeah, yeah, and it's been. I mean, I thought it was gonna be longer than that, but 88. It's not long ago, but still, it's
Yeah.
part of the history, part of the, and also I think also the new generation, like I said, the new generation will never remember the San
Yeah.
Stephen's Green. They're gonna
Well,
remember the new building.
What I remember growing up was the fact that you would go to St. Stephen's Green and there was two shops. One was like what looked like on the top floor, and it was like where all the goths went to shop. I can't
Stop.
remember what the name of it was, but it was like all dark and all. And I'm pretty sure like they probably sold weed out the back of it or something.
They
I don't know
probably
what
did.
went on, but it definitely had that kind of vibe. And then like further down, there was a shop called the Banana Tree, which was like just above the entrance as you go in. And I
Yeah.
remember, like, as a kid going, "Oh my god, there's all these cool little things," and picking up like squishy toys and all sorts
Yeah.
of mad stuff. But yeah, like, look, it has so, and then the gallery at the top of the floor,
The
the
gallery,
toilets
yeah.
that they force you to pay to pee, and then as a Dunn Stores brand partner, I do know that Dunn
Yeah.
Stores were one of the first like anchor tenants. So it is like it's part of Irish history. So it'll be, yeah, look, it'll be sad to go. Hopefully the new version has a nod towards what has been before it, and maybe maybe there'll
But
be
you know what? For the new generation, like I keep saying new generation, but the new tourists coming into Ireland, they will not know the old St. Stephen's Green. So they're going to see the new one. So for them, it's not going to be nostalgic. They'll be like, oh, this is a great building. That's it. I think for the old generation and the history of Ireland, that actually should have stayed like that. But anyway, who am I to talk? So I'm just giving my opinion. It's going
who.
ahead and we're going to have a new building. So here we
Yeah,
go.
so
It's
you're
sad,
not.
but c'est la vie, as they say in Francais.
So anyway, what a good little week. It's been great to catch up. We are cooking this weekend. I know this is going out on Thursday, but you and I are going to be cooking on the stage of the Ideal Homes. Are you bringing your little black gloves?
I am definitely bringing my black gloves because that's very professional of me. You know what I
Yes,
mean? Make sure my
of
hands are
course.
clean and black gloves, and I'm working hard. I can't wait to do my Armenian dish. I've been practicing, not
Yes.
so everything's gonna be in your hands. Good luck
So
with that. I will
we are
just talk through it
making
and entertain
we are
people.
making losh, which are Armenian kind of meat patty sort of
Yeah,
kebabs, and we're having them with some hummus. We're having them with lavash, which is the Armenian bread,
lavash.
and
Oh,
then we're going to be serving it with your drink, the tan, the
tan.
cucumber, yogurty, strange, dilly
S-
kind of.
It's the easiest drink. It's the best summer drink. Honestly, get a yogurt, get a water, mix together a little bit salt, a little bit cucumber, and then that green leaf, whatever they're putting it. My mom loves putting it. I keep forgetting
Dill
it. And then you just mix
or
together and
parsley.
drink. I'm parsley. I'm gonna start doing this whole summer. You actually brought back my memory, so I'm gonna do
I
it. But this
love
Saturday,
I I
I'm
love
gonna
how you
show you
say cucumber.
cucumber.
I
How do you
love how you
say?
say cucumber.
How do you say? How do you
Cucumber,
say?
but I prefer
Cucumber.
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 But do you know what? Talking lavash, I
Yeah.
wish we had the lavash. You know how have you seen how they do lavash? It's one of the
Yes.
best breads. I mean, people say it's a pita bread. It's not a pita bread.
Is
Lavash is lavash.
lavash. I've because I watch all of this sort of
Going
stuff
in the hole
on
with the
YouTube.
fire.
Yeah, so they put basically this big bread dough flattened on a
Yeah.
pillow, take
Yes,
their whole
yes.
arm and then, like, slap it into this, like, pit fire like
Yes.
a fire pit, essentially.
Fire pit.
Yeah.
You're literally diving into it. You see the videos, they're literally diving into it, sticking to the wall. So it's
Yeah.
not falling because the wall is so hot, sticking to the wall and then just waiting and then turning around. It's like making the pizza, but in a different way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's one of the best things. Lavash is everything, especially when you do a barbecue. Like, when you did your barbecue, it
Yep.
was incredible, the chicken and the pork.
But it missed some
Imagine
bread.
having
Is that
lavash.
what it is? Is that what you're telling me? It missed some bread.
You miss not even bread, lavash. Next time when you do a barbecue, I'm gonna go and find an Armenian shop. I'm gonna buy lavash. What you do basically, the best thing to do, Donal, is when you take the meat out of the barbecue, whatever you cook in the barbecue, you're putting straight into the lavash. And then you eat lavash because it's all wet and it's getting very hot. You eat
Yeah.
lavash with the meat, with the barbecue. It's
That
one of the
sounds
best thing ever. Oh my god, my mouth is watering just talking about it.
It sounds. Well, we're going to do our best to make it this weekend in a very. We have Charlotte and Susan, who are my fabulous food team, are going to be on it to try and find some good
Yes,
lavash
Charlotte and
in Dublin.
Susan. Yes.
But yeah, look, we've loads. It's been a lovely time to catch up with you, but I think we have to
Well,
leave it there
thank you for
because
making time for me because I know you're so busy, 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 busy. Just a quick
I
catch
know
up with your bestie. That's very good.
have
So I won't see
to.
you the next a year and a half, probably.
Yeah, I know. It's good. Get used to the remote records because.
Do you know what? I don't mind because listen, I can dress upper half. Down is still like the lockdown days when it's just
Oh
like
my god,
short. No, I mean
you're in the nude. You're in the nude from the waist down, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first.
Well, thank you guys for listening to the podcast. And let's do this, the Arthur and Donal podcast. It's always a pleasure. Please subscribe, watch us on YouTube, follow us on the TikTok, on Instagram, and thank
Yeah.
you so much for your support.
And
We're
if
still going
if you have
strong.
not already got your tickets to our Galway Town Hall date on the 25th of June, please come and join us. We are going to have a big night out. We're going to have disco party. It's going to be absolutely the crack. And we'll see you there. But thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Good luck.
Thank you guys. Bye. Au revoir. Bisous.